Meditation by Nelta. Come on, yes. Woohoo!
Good morning. And if you would, join me in the morning meditation. And this meditation's called Self-Love. This is the month of February, which is the love month. So let's begin by gently closing your eyes. Getting comfortable into your seat and focus on your breathing. What does your breath feel like as it enters through your body? Keep breathing as you zoom out, noticing how your entire body feels. Are you holding any tension? Notice how your shoulders, your back, and your jaw feel. Allow yourself to release and let it go. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back and pay attention to your breath and to the feeling of warmth and self-love as you continue to take slow, deep breaths. Allowing the tension to just release and let go. And now to yourself, repeat the following self-love affirmations slowly, with warmth and gentleness toward yourself. Feel yourself go deeper into that state of relaxation. Letting go. Rather than worry what others think, I choose to live my life for me. In every way, I am already enough. I choose to cultivate positive thoughts about myself. I'm allowed to have needs and express them. I choose to be kind to myself rather than follow the expectations of others. I choose the path that's right for me. I love who I used to be, who I am, and who I'm becoming. When I look back on past versions of myself, I feel warmth and gratitude. Taking time for self-care is not the same as being selfish. Sometimes I feel emotionally turbulent. That's okay. I allow myself to feel all feelings. My own approval is worth more than the approval of others. When I look at my life, it's incredible how much I've grown. I walk through the world feeling loved by myself and by others. If I want to change, that's okay, but I don't have to change in order to love myself. I'm allowed to set boundaries and expect others to follow them. My voice deserves to be heard, and my feelings deserve to be shared. I am worthy of forgiveness. I choose to forgive myself. I notice what feels like an obligation in my life and release myself. I choose to associate with people who make me feel better and allow those who don't to just drift away. Although I've made mistakes, they don't define me. I have something of value to give to the world just by being me. Just enjoy the way that feels. The oneness, self-love. And now, if you would, bring yourself gently back, feeling great all over, and so it is.
Good morning again. Please stand and let us read together our vision and mission statement along with the Declaration of Principles. Our mission statement: CSL West Georgia is a joyful global community where everyone belongs. Through our unique spiritual teachings, we provide a safe environment to experience compassionate living. And our Declaration of Principles: I believe there is one creative intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe my purpose is to allow this divine mind to express in, as, and through me. I know that this divine presence is a power for good, which responds to my conscious use to create a life filled with health, love, peace, and success in all things. I use it now, and I rejoice in it, and so it is.
We're going to do Shauna's favorite congregational this morning, since this is her birthday party day. Her baby shower day. Her baby's almost birthday day, something like that. Take a little love and pass it on. Take a little love and pass it on. And before you know it, the world is going to show it. Take a little love and pass it on. Smile. Take a little smile and pass it on. Take a little smile and pass it on. And before you know it, the world is gonna show it. Take a little smile and pass it on. Take a little hug and pass it on. Take a little hug and pass it on. And before you know it, the world is gonna show it. Take a little hug and pass it on. Keep hugging. Take a little hug and pass it on. Take a little hug and pass it on. And before you know it, the world is gonna show it. Take a little hug and pass it on. Take a little hug and pass it on. Take a little hug and pass it on. And before you know it, the world is gonna show it. Take a little hug and pass it on. Keep hugging. Take a little hug and pass it on. Oh yeah. Take a little hug and pass it on. And before you know it, the world is gonna show it. Take a little hug and pass it on. Take a little love and pass it on. Take a little love and pass it on. And before you know it, the world is gonna show it. Take a little love and pass it on. Take a little love and pass it on. Take a little love and pass it on. And before you know it, the world's gonna show it. Take a little love and pass it on. One more time. Take a little love and pass it on. Take a little love and pass it on. And before you know it, the world's gonna show it. Take a little love and pass it on. Oh, yeah. You guys look happy out there. Happy this morning. You.
Good.
I guess. I think, yes.
Yes.
Are you the reader?
Not yet, but I'm going to.
Are you going to introduce the reader?
Yes.
Youth reader.
That wasn't that fun.
It was fun.
I'm sorry, but that's just always fun. Okay, today we have something really special. Oh yes, we have a youth player.
Wait, we have a youth reader first.
No.
Oh, we changed it.
Yes.
Nobody told me.
Yes. So we're going right to the youth player today.
Okay, Noah.
So we have Noah playing Silent Night on the saxophone.
They didn't tell me nothing. All right, Connie, it's our turn. Yeah, you're gonna introduce the community, youth reader, adult reader, musical selection. Oh, adult reader. Are you an adult reader?
No, I'm going to introduce our adult reader.
I'm so confused. Sorry.
I feel good though that I'm like more on it than
Well, we'll get through it.
We'll get through it.
We will.
So our reader today is going to be Reverend Merle.
Oh, yay.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm back.
Good.
There's probably never been a time in modern history when the topic of integrity has been more provocative, more in our collective faces. The evening news offers us ample opportunities to witness the apparent lack of integrity being played out in real time. The question is whether we are willing to personalize this debate, examine our own lives, and witness the role integrity plays in our daily affairs. Most of us think I am an honest person. I conduct myself with integrity. Perhaps the place to begin this conversation is to define integrity. The word comes from the root word integrate, lost my place, which means to combine one thing with another so they become whole. What is that we are to combine together in a manner that enables us to become whole? Spiritually speaking, it means bringing an awareness of our oneness with God, the whole, into the many different aspects, parts of our lives. Easy enough, right? Well, it tells me to read on, so I will. Have you ever caught yourself being one person at home, then morphing into another person at church, another person at work, and another person while stuck in a gridlock? This doesn't mean your core values are changing. It means you are having a moment of spiritual amnesia. As a result, there may be an inconsistency in your demeanor. Your words, deeds, and actions may change based on what you are and who you are with. My point is that while we may believe ourselves to be people of high integrity, when we can catch ourselves being different people at different times based on the where, when, and who of the moment, we will see that we are in truth out of integrity with the person who should matter the most, ourselves. In the words of Erich Fromm, integrity simply means not violating one's own identity.
Thank you, Merle. All right, Connie and I have a song for you this morning by Ricky Byers. It's called Use Me, and you're all invited to sing along. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth and the stars and all of creation. God is creator, all in all. God has us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it is here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, all in all, leading us to shine His light as me, as you. me. Oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. You can sing with us now. And God needs us to shine His light again. And God needs us to shine His light. And God needs us to shine His light as we use me. Oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. One more time. Show me all that I must do. Good job, Connie.
Well, Connie's sure looking great after her procedure. All right. So now what we have is we have Shauna Kay coming up to act as our speaker today.
Party's still coming. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I feel so lucky and blessed this morning to just be celebrating life with all of my favorite people in Georgia.
In Georgia or in the world?
In Georgia.
Oh, I don't know.
But y'all are number one, though, you know? Georgia's number one.
We're number one.
Cynthia, make sure the little green light is.
The green light.
There it is now. Here we go.
All right. We got you.
Thank you. And as usual, I do like to start with a little grounding. So if you could just close your eyes with me and let's go with it. So grateful to be here right now, to be a being on the planet in this moment, here to dance with these beautiful other beings on this planet at this moment in this space. And as the song this morning says, use me, oh God, right here, right now. As love and as light. Let everything that needs to come through me, come through me. Let everything that needs to be said, and everything that needs to be heard, heard. For your glory, for your highest good, for our highest good, for love, for patience, for wisdom. I celebrate the unfolding of this service. I give you thanks. In your name we pray. And so it is. All right. So before I get started, everybody has a piece of card on the table, and I would like for you guys to vote. If you didn't get one over here, see if we can share it and spread it around, Connie. There's a card. You're gonna vote, boy or girl. And the name you're suggesting. I want you to give an advice and sign your name. Love your name. You don't have one? There's some extra cards right here. So put your suggestions on the card, Cynthia. Everybody has a card? All right. So while you do that, I'll get started here. We'll collect them in a little. So again, I want to give a very warm welcome to everyone, all of my friends and families, to my friends and families of the Center for Spiritual Living of West Georgia. Thank you for coming out. And this morning we will be exploring the topic, to be or not to be. And today I want to explore this topic in the sense of our identities that Reverend talked about this morning. And to be true to that identity or not, right? And I know we're here to explore the identity of this little one, but I want us to just also reflect on our own identities. And before I dive into the topic, I want to explore a little bit of background about how this came to be. Not this, because we all know how this came to be, but how all this came to be right here, right now. Because there's a few different faces in here, a few different people that have known some parts of the journey. But I just want to talk a little bit about the journey and my personal background to where I am today. And in this philosophy. So this Center for Spiritual Living of West Georgia is one of many centers worldwide. It's even in Jamaica, where I'm from. They have a branch there as well. And I started this philosophy many years ago. But before that, I just want to say that I have always been a spiritual person for as far as I can remember. And I say spiritual, not religious, because I left religion years ago when I checked out of the Pentecostal church. I love my mom. She still goes to the Pentecostal church. And respectfully, though, I checked out of the Pentecostal church many years ago because I had a lot of questions and I could never get reasonable answers to my questions. One of the questions I had was, this was Sunday school, and they had a whole little lesson on why it is so sinful for women to wear pants. I'm not bashing them, but they had a whole lesson about that. And when I rose my hand at 10 years old, I'm like, I run track and field. What am I supposed to do with that? And the lady told me, I'm supposed to be out there in skirt. I laughed, but she wasn't joking. And I can't help but imagine how many young ladies like myself or young children like myself, felt and had questions. And I can't also help but imagine what my life would have been had I taken that advice and ran hurdles in skirt. I can imagine that my life would have been very different, because 7 years after that, I actually got a track scholarship for hurdles to go to the Abilene Center for Abilene Christian University in Abilene, Texas, where I met my beautiful Amanda. The first year I came to the United States at 17, 2024. My life would have been very different. But again, I've always been spiritual, not religion. And I know that that answer that they provided me was more of a religious answer. Because I remember watching folks like Joyce Myers on TV, and she wore pants, and she was very in tune with God from what I could see. And I'm thinking to myself, she's sinning? My spiritual connection to God is what has brought me here to be. In 2009, my spiritual awareness was deepened when my older brother passed. That experience put me on a quest to understand life, why we're here, why were we even born? See, we born, we live, and we die. What is this living about? And I really want to understand that. And his transition opened up my eyes. Well, started to open up my eye to trying to understand, what is this life about? Over the years, I've visited many churches in an attempt to find a community that was about God, that was about love, that was about true connection to spirit, and leaving all the religious stuff behind it. I never found that in, say, a Christian-based community. Even the non-denominational ones that I'd say were more open-minded. And one of the things that would really turn me off when I go visit a church per se was when the pastor is on there and he's preaching, we're right, everybody else is wrong. That's kind of what the Pentecostal was for me. And I even remember going to a church and they were mocking the Pentecostals. Like, how they get in spirit and all that. Everyone should be respected for their own path to God. The Pentecostals, the Baptists, the Adventists, they are all different paths to God. We should honor those and not judge anyone's relationship with the divine. There are many paths to God. Your own individual paths to God. I believe, as unique as we are, that is the path to God. That's as many as there are paths to God. And it reminds me of a parable about 6 blind men and their experience with an elephant for the first time. It's a parable. I think it's based out of India. They've never met an elephant. And the elephant came to town, and these 6 blind men were all excited. What is the elephant like? One of them, they went up to the elephant, they touched his trunk. And they're like, ooh, the elephant is like a thick snake. Another one, blind man, he touched the elephant's ears. And he said, the elephant is like a big fan. Another one touched the elephant's leg. And it's like, ooh, the elephant, it feels like a tree trunk. Another one touched the elephant's tail. And he says, it's like a rope. Then another one touched the elephant's side. And he said, the elephant is like a wall. And then finally, the last one, he touched the elephant's tusk. And he said, it's smooth like a sphere. They were all partly right. Everyone was describing the elephant based on their limited experience of what they felt. That's what I think of when I think of all these different religions. We all have a part of the truth, but no one has the whole truth. Collectively, maybe all of us have the truth, but no one religion, no one person has the whole truth. We are all here on this experience with our limited selves, part of it, part of the whole. None of us can know or even imagine what the whole is like. And that's a long way to say how I came to the Centers for Spiritual Living. I was in Albuquerque over 13 years ago and passed by a Unity church. And I don't remember what the sign said outside, but it kind of pulled me. And I went home and I Googled it, like I generally do with all the churches that I may be interested in going to, because I passed them. And two churches came up. The Unity that I passed, and the Albuquerque Center for Spiritual Living. I visited both of them. And while Unity was good, the moment I stepped into the Albuquerque Center for Spiritual Living, I felt like I was home. The first thing I saw on the stage, on the wall, were 8 different flags for 8 different religions at the front of the church. And I was like, wow, there are people in the world that believe like I did, that no one person has it all, and we can all coexist. It was about love. It was about oneness. And it was about honoring every different path to God. Just as in the center, there are so many of us with each individual path to God. Right now, my mother is Pentecostal, and I respect that path to God that she has chosen. So as long as it works for you, it works. My mother-in-law goes to a 7-day church on Saturday. And yet we can coexist in one house, most of the time peacefully. But that's what it's about. Each and every one of us are unique beings. And as the Reverend read today, unique beings. Let us identify what that is for us and live in integrity with that. So I resonated with this philosophy, and I started attending the Center for Spiritual Living when about August 2011, fully pregnant with Victoria, and just dive into the message of oneness and love that they taught. Like, it just fully resonated with me that we're spiritual beings, all spiritual beings. This philosophy has been very instrumental in my understanding of spirituality and finding my own path to my true self. That true self is the fullness of God expressing, the fullness of God expressing. as Shauna Kay, as Bree, as Marvin, as Cynthia, as Connie. The fullness of God is expressing as each of us individually as the true identity that we are. I'll speak on that a little bit. But that path also led me to become a licensed spiritual practitioner. I was ordained this prestigious title in 2016. And what that means, that 4-year journey, was removing the layers that society had put on me, removing the layers of what I thought I was to get to the core of what I am. And it has also taught me to know my wholeness and to know the wholeness of everyone, regardless of the path chosen. And to be clear, this philosophy to me is not a religion. And I can't say, even though I'm here, that I am I'm all for this. This is the way. This is my way. And this is the way that resonates with how I believe in love, in oneness, that everyone can work together, that everyone can coexist, regardless of nationalities, of genders, of how you believe. So that brings me to my topic for today: to be or not to be. To be our true selves, to be who we are here to be God fully expressing, to be Lily, to be or not to be. These were the words of Shakespeare. And I invite us to ponder these words today as our own identity. Today we've come to celebrate the identity of this one. But let us look at the identity of our own selves, knowing who we really are. Knowing who we really are. Who will we be? How will we be? What will we be or not be? Let us reflect on the miracle and divinity of our own life and existence. Each one of us are expressions, unique expression of the divine. We have never before existed before in this consciousness, and we will never again. Our unique identities transcend our roles, our genders, our statuses, our labels. Our unique identity transcends all of the surface labels that we put on ourselves. The essence of who we are spiritual beings, bornless and deathless, existing in this physical body. I said it again. We are spiritual beings existing in this physical shell. We're here to embrace and express the full aspect of this human experience as this being that is in this physical experience. I don't know if you get what I'm giving out here. Jeremiah 1 verse 5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Who is that you that existed before you were even in the womb? Think about that for a minute. We think that this is us. But if the Spirit of God knew us before we were even in the womb, before our grandparents were even in the womb, Who is that? Who was existing before the womb? The you is that which existed before this physical being. That's the spiritual identity I want us to tap into today, and hoping that you get that from being here. Genesis 1 verse 27 says, "You are made in the image and likeness of God." And I want to just rephrase that a bit and say, you are made in the same spirit and likeness of God. What is the image of God? What is this image and likeness that you are made into? Let's explore that. Did any one of us kept ourselves alive last night and woke ourselves up this morning? Do any one of us have the power to raise the sun, spin this world in its orbit? Does any one of us have the capability to scrape enough dirt together to make a planet and put it into orbit? That's one of my favorite lines from Abraham Hicks. You are made in the image and likeness of that God. I hope you can embrace that. Feel the awesomeness of what that feels like to know that the same likeness and energy of the one that made this earth, the one that made the moon, the stars in this galaxy, the one that made the planets and all the galaxies and the galaxies beyond that and the galaxies beyond that and beyond that and beyond that. You are of that same essence. You are of that same existence, that same light energy. That just feels amazing. That feels powerful. It's true. You are of that same light dust and energy of the universe. And if that is our nature, then why doesn't it feel like that all the time? What if I tell you that it really does feel like that all the time? You'd be like, Shauna, whatever. You know what I've been through? You know what I've been through last week? You know what I'm going through right now? All the time? Yes. All the time. God is ever changing, right? Omnipotent, omniscient. God is unchanging. The energy of the universe. And when I say that, sometimes I have to just go within to understand it. But that energy of the universe is unchanging. But it is always evolving. But it's unchanging and always evolving. You understand what that means? That's why I believe we go through the stuff that we go through. So we can experience God as ourselves and evolve with spirit, as spirit knows more and more of itself. It's probably a little deep, but I just want to get that through. To be means that we exist in a state of. To exist in a state of the image and the likeness of God. Our natural spirit is pure spirit. It's the presence of God. 1 John 4, verse 13 says, "This is how we know that we live in him and he in us. He has given us of the spirit of life. And that spirit that is within us is one with God and we are one with it. When we remember this, we are choosing to be in our God state. We are choosing to vibrate, to live, move, and have our being under the influence and at the frequency of God. When we do this, we bear the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Galatians 5:22 to 23. Against such there is no law, the verse says. Against such would be the opposite of existing and being in the image and the likeness of God, which is technically incorrect because there can be no opposite to God if God is all that there is. You get what I'm saying there? But there is no place, no state where God is not. But let's say for a moment that we are unconscious to who we really are. Because what we are is who we are, unchanging, but there are moments of unconsciousness, is what I like to put it as. We're not in tune with who we are. I'm going to call that unconsciousness. When we're in the state of unconsciousness, we feel powerless. We feel hopeless. We're vibrating at a lower frequency. We're in grief, we're in anger. Not grief, anger. Because even grief is of the spirit, you have to process. But we're in anger. So I'm speaking of like the low vibrations when we're unconscious of our power and our identity with spirit. And I'm not bashing those emotions either. It's just that we're not vibrating at our highest frequency. It's just that we're not tapped into who we truly are when we are in those states. We feel broke. We feel broken. These feelings are valid, and I acknowledge their existence. But know that these feelings, when we are in these mucky, ewy feelings, we're disconnected. But they're valid because we're evolving, so we can't disregard them. We have to acknowledge them. I am feeling, I'm feeling, but God is. Observe what it is. Observe what it is here to teach you and evolve from that. Because the moment we can identify, oh, I'm feeling, that's the moment we already start to evolve. And understand what it's teaching us. Don't just bypass. Oh, I'm not supposed to feel like this because God is not like this. You're feeling like it. Observe it. Be with it. What are you here to teach me? How can I grow? How can I evolve? Second Timothy 1 verse 7 says, "For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and discipline." Stand in your power. Stand in your true state, the image and likeness of God. We are of God. From before the womb, we were conscious beings. Tap into that consciousness. And let us acknowledge the pure spirit of love and light that we are before we were in the womb. Let us identify the true identity of ourselves as God, as emanations and expressions of God. That is who we are. We're not powerless. We're not hopeless. We are love. We are light. And as we honor the identity of who we are, let us identify the identity in terms of gender of who this little one is. Did everybody get a chance to vote? Can we drop them in the box? We were supposed to count them, but such it is. And while we drop them in the box, may I get a couple volunteers? We're about to unveil it. You want to come hold one end for me? And I'm going to ask the grandmothers to come up and unveil the gender. Somebody's biased. Come hold, Lisa. And remember, while we unveil this, we are so much more than any identity. We are so much more than any labels. Any label that is in here, this body is so much more. So who's going to do the honor and pull the string? And pull it through. One way, one person pull. Thank you. We look forward to reading. Woo. We look forward to counting the votes, hearing all the name suggestions, and reading your advice. And so right now I give thanks. I give thanks for this little boy. We honor his presence coming into this life. I honor him choosing me, choosing us. I honor him coming here to dance with us. I honor his spiritual beingness that has come forth to play with our spiritual beingness. And as I honor him, I honor each and every one of our spiritual beingness here today. John 17:21. That all of them may be one with the Father. That all of us may be one. All of us may be one. Just as you in me and I in you, says Jesus. So that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, and you're rooted in love, established in love. May we all honor that which we are, our true identities. From the womb, we were a conscious being. And I want us to tap into that consciousness. And I have a song/meditation by India Ari for us to tap into the light and love that we are. All right. I'm just going to sit for this. As our closing prayer, I invite you to tap into that. You are light. You are love. Pure spirit. I am light, I am light.
things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. 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 I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that caused me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. 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 Yeah. I am light. I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. All light. All light. Yeah. All light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Yeah. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
And so it is.
Well, that was wonderful, Shauna. Thank you. I really enjoyed that. Now, get my piano going here. So we all know that having a baby, bringing a new life is a miracle. So Connie and I picked this song to sing this morning. But before we do, we want to sing to Shauna. Everybody sing now. Happy baby shower to you. Happy baby shower to you. Happy baby shower, we love you. Happy baby shower to you. She liked it so much, let's do it again. Happy baby shower to you and to Daddy. Happy baby shower to you. Happy baby shower, we love you. Happy baby shower to you. All my life I've been carried by grace. Sorry, I'm on the wrong key. Sorry, folks. That was the birthday. That was a happy shower key. All my life I've been carried by grace. Don't ask me how, 'cause I can't explain. It's nothing short of a miracle around here. Babies are miracles. got some blessings that I don't deserve. I've got some scars, but that's how you learn. It's nothing short of a miracle around here. I think it over and it doesn't add up. I know it comes from above. I've got miracles on miracles, a million little miracles, miracles on miracles. Count your miracles, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. You hold me steady so I wouldn't give up. You open doors that nobody could shut. I hope I never get over what you've done. I wanna live with an open heart. I wanna live like I know who you are. I hope I never get over what you've done. You guys want to clap along? It's not coincidence and it's not luck. Thank you. I know it comes from above. I got miracles on miracles, a million little miracles, miracles on miracles. Count your miracles, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. Let's sing it again. I've got miracles on miracles, a million little miracles, miracles on miracles. Count your miracles, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. I can't even count them all. I can't even count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. Thank you, everybody. It's a good song.
Wow, that was a great talk.
It sure was.
And congratulations. All right, we come to a part of our service called Conscious Giving.
Microphone.
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 Assist
Oh,
you.
thank you.
There you go.
You're our mic lady.
I'm the roadie.
The roadie, yes. It's now time for conscious giving to our community. Money is a spiritual activity. Spiritual giving is an opportunity to express our gratitude and open our consciousness to receive greater abundance. It is this practice of participating in the circulation of universal good. We have 3 ways to give here at CSL West Georgia. You can put cash or check in the envelope found in the bulletin. You can donate electronically with your phone by using the information found on the back of the bulletin. This information is also being placed in the chat window for our online viewers. You can also donate online using your personal Breeze account. If you donate online, either using your phone or your Breeze account, please put an online giving card in the collection plate to acknowledge your contribution. If you did not pick one up at the door, you can get one from the usher. Now, as one consciousness for posterity, let us say together, freely I give with a feeling of abundance, knowing that my gift blesses others as myself as well.
This is a song I wrote just for us, just for our congregation. Feel free to sing along. Freely I give, giving from my heart and from my soul. Freely I give, and the gifts come back to me tenfold. Lovingly I give, giving from my heart and from my soul. Lovingly I give, and the gifts come back to me tenfold. Consciously I give, giving from my heart and from my soul. Consciously I give, and the gifts come back to me tenfold.
And together we say, I am grateful for the divine givingness circulating abundantly through my life, our community, and our world. Okay, announcements. First, I want to say something that's a little bit personal. We lost our kitty, Sparkle, on Saturday. She was with us for 16 years and was very much loved. And she has passed on into the next existence. So, but she went really nicely and it was really a great experience. Anyway, so on to announcements. Guest speaker, Reverend Merle will be our guest speaker next week.
Whoa.
Great that he's back. We've missed him. We are looking forward to seeing him and hearing his message. Party. After the service, we are having a gender reveal party to celebrate our mother-to-be, Shauna. Everyone is welcome to stay and enjoy the festivities. After the party, we will
eat. Yum.
And party and enjoy. After the party, we will be breaking down and stirring tables, so help with that will be greatly appreciated. Social media. Please connect with us on all our social media platforms. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. The more you connect, the more visible we will be for the world. At this time, I would like to call up Ronnie to the podium.
Okay. It must be important.
Yeah, I do better holding these things.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to give a shout out to our dear friend, Chris. We are so fortunate to have him. When we were having temperature control problems, he bought and installed a programmable thermostat.
Yay.
Okay, now we start having light problems. He gets up there, he gets the whatever that thing was, the dial, gets a new one, fixes it, gets it back up there, and now we have lights. So we are so good. I mean, we'd not have what we have today without him. And I just want to thank him.
And being a reader.
Oh yeah.
Being
A leader and being a leader. And thank you for being. So everybody, give him a great round of applause.
Oh my. Plus there's a new problem. I guess there's a crackle somewhere we got to work on.
It didn't crackle today.
No, of course.
Did you
It
hear?
was because of
Because
the
Shauna's
energy
baby
of
shower.
everything. Okay, closing affirmation. Let us stand and say our closing affirmation.
Followed by the peace song, okay?
We go forth today, knowing that we are God's blessing in the world. Only good comes from us. Only good comes to us. And so it is.
If you'd like to join us, we're going to form a circle and sing the peace song. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With Spirit as our Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternal.